Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball.
Tries from distance. An early chance, their first of the game.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Nicely shaped ball. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Park Ji-sung. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Nagatomo. It's a good run down the right, and that's been intercepted. And that has been knocked clear. He's shifting through the gears here. Chooses to go back, knocks it out wide. Cross goes in there. And he gets rid in a hurry. Takes a shot. Oh, that was venomous. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this guy, Son, is one of the quickest players around at this level, and he uses it to great effect. His willingness to run at and beyond defences just adds to that raw pace.
He's gone for goal! Oh, just wide.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Azar. And it's Messi. And this is Van Basten. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
Beckham! David Beckham! Another picture postcard goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And Milan have the lead. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And that's a dangerous ball. Portugal are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Azar. Van Basten.
Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Son Heung-min. And he welcomes it in. He's through and all alone! Oh, good claim by the keeper.
Well, his positioning was just spot on, and he made the goal look an awful lot smaller.
Mignon did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Looking for the run. Played into space. And he's had it nicked away. Nagatomo. Portugal are looking to break at pace. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's Van Basten! Oh, denied brilliantly.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Brilliantly cut out. And he's there to clear it. And it's Cannavaro. Azar. Azar! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Lovely bit of skill. Azar going face-to-face with his great rival. And they've got rid.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Conte. Nice sequence of passes, this. And he's quick to get it clear again. He's shifted it to the flank. Beckham has found the net here, of course. Well, that has not gone well. That's a cute ball. And he cuts out the supply. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the action is back on the way.
Portugal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Van Basten. Passing is crisp and sharp. Azar. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Looking to play him in. And this is Azar. Azar with the delivery. Oh, what Park Ji-sung!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Milan look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Nagatomo could move up a gear here. Messi is firing after that one. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Oh, cracking ball. Azar. And it's Conte. Bastoni. Threads one in.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Rijkaard. Rice wins the duel this time. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get it through? Beckham. Rice. Beckham.
Milan couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Oh, they can break here. Conte. Rice. Park Ji-sung. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard. And it's Messi. Now who's going to be first to this? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Looking for options for movement.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Portugal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Cannavaro. Nicely worked. Mignon claims comfortably. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nice looking ball. That's good vision. That is a brilliant interception. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Milan finding their passes. Cristiano Ronaldo. Son Heung-min. Now it's Van Basten. Rijkaard.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Now it's Van Basten. And that is that. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
It's just a bad day at the office, Peter. They look below par in all areas, and it has to be cause for genuine worry.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Peter. It's his pace that's his main attribute, especially over those first few yards, where he just seems to glide away from defenders, gets himself into great positions, and likes to hit it hard and nice and early. That's a horrible combination for any defence that's trying to deal with him, I can tell you that.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Musiala was in no mood for any of that.
They'll want to make the most of the...
Big chance! Cristiano Ronaldo! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he shoots! Ajax have the chance to go the other way. Crunching tackle. And he's intervened well there. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Well,
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he's really drilled it. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Scholes. And it's Ruben Neves. Looking for a runner. Rijkaard. No goals as yet. Spread neatly. Jordan Henderson. Ambitious ball here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that is as far as they're going to go. Conte.
This is the time you need that pace.
That is a great pick out. No, it's come to nothing. Rijkaard. And the counter is on. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking for options for movement. Nagatomo does well to get it back. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Scholes takes control of it and he's on the move. Rijkaard. Musiala. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Kaká. Ruben Neves. And they can counter here. Some front-footed pressing going on here. No, he's just misjudged that one. Koundé spots it and intercepts. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Oh, that was close. Saliba, Bastoni, and Koundé. Scholes.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now he's got space here. Now this could be a chance. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Kaka. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. And that has left him in a heap. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played into space. Aubameyang. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Koundé. Can he get it through? Can he latch onto this? And it's Conte. Out towards the flank. Nagatomo. Henderson with the slide tackle there. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Kaká. And there is the half-time whistle. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And the second half gets underway.
Portugal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Saliba. And it's Conte. And it's Rijkaard. Aubameyang. Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Gives it back. Conte. Messi. And Yamal.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Jordan Henderson is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Lovely feet. Musiala did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Best part of an hour and still no breakthrough from either side. Well, that pass surprised everyone and not in a good way. A probing pass. Good ball over the top. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Thinks about the shot. Lovely feet, he is such a good mover. Messi proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. No outsmarting him this time. Conte. Turns back here, probably the best option. Played over towards the opposite flank.
Well spotted.
Tries to pass it through. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Koundé. Kaka touches it back. And the pass is intercepted. That's a cute ball. Now it's Aubameyang. Danger averted for now. And no, that was never going to make it. Saliba cuts out the pass. Kaka.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Rijkaard. Musiala. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Tries the cross. Punched away.
Portugal really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's been cut out, well played. Conte. Jordan Henderson.
Ajax clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That is good alertness. Now that looks a decent ball. Yamal.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
And Yamal. Tries to play it through.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Czech gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Conte. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Looking for the run. That ball looks a good one. Can he finish? It's loose now and they want to get it back. Messi. Nice looking ball. Yamal is in a really good... And there goes the final whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I'd be hard-pressed to find a player who's more versatile than this fella, Jordan Henderson. So much so, his best position is always in debate. I think he's better when he has the whole pitch in front of him, more time to pick his passes to greater effect, and then read the play if a turnover occurs.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He won't be happy with that one. And that was very necessary. Barella. Cruyff. It's a pretty loose pass. Maignan. Now this could be a chance. Kaká! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Pelé. Cruyff. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Heading backwards.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
A probing pass. He can run onto that. Pelé couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Rijkaard. And here's Kaká. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Portugal couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. He's picked his way through. Quality ball. Neither side yet able to find the net. Conte. And here's Van Basten. It's Van Basten! He's having a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now it's Del Piero. Can he get on the end of this? No, that's been intercepted. That's a cute ball. And no, that was never going to make it. And he's straight offside. Kaká. Looking for the run. He's on it. Can he get away? Saliba. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Conte. And Koundé. And it's Conte. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Barella. Tries to pass it through. Oh, important interception. And it's Musiala. Rijkaard. And this is Ronaldo. Musiala gives it back.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Conte. Kaká looking to get on the end of this. Terrific header! They want to be quick to recover this. Jordan Henderson. And it's half-time here. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Here we go again then.
Portugal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Kaká. Cruyff. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Well, that has not gone well. Koundé. And it's Conte. Ball played for Rijkaard. Spread out to the left. And he's whipped it across. Cannavaro with the clearance. Delivered with swing.
Portugal have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
No way through. Goalless still. Neither side really getting onto the front foot. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Moved on forwards. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, that's a key interception. 60 minutes played. Cruyff tries looking up for options on the left. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. And we have our very first corner. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Cruyff. Early ball out from the back. Spread it left. Barella. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, good-looking ball. Now he's off and running. That has ended up in no man's land. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. And he's intervened well there. Kaká. Kaká going face-to-face with his great rival. Cruyff. Barella can see things others simply cannot. Conte. Portugal are looking to break at pace. Half an hour gone in the second half. And that's not going to reach.
Phoenix Rising clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And it's Koundé. Del Piero. Lovely pass, but can he get there? But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Cruyff.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this. Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, shooting chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. All the big boys are set for this. It's like Land of the Giants in there. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Mignon claims comfortably. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Flings in across. Roberto Carlos clears it away. De Bruyne.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he was quick to react. And that is that. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Portugal can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it, this is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Peter, it's not often I'll focus on the influence of a goalkeeper, but Vitor Baia is an exception I'm happy to make. Consistently strong and one of Portugal's very best players, never mind just keepers.
Yeah, I very much doubt his nation has ever had anyone better in that position. Thierry Correa. Almeida. Now that looks a decent ball. Could move up a gear here. And here's Mbappe. That is lovely. Shoots! Goal! Portugal! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So, a breakthrough already. Pepelu. Mbappe. De Jong. And it's Pedri. That is good alertness. Diego Lopez. Now it's Lewandowski. This looks promising. Danjuma. Can he get it through? So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Danjuma. Now it's Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Portugal have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. No, he didn't quite meet it right. And he can clear it away. Out of play for a throw. And it's Kaka. Out again for a throw-in. Oh, that's delightful. Mbappe! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And the shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Good read, needed to be. Portugal do have a chance to counter here. Kaká, good strong midfield running here. Might be... Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And now they can clear their lines. Up he goes! Just off target.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Danjuma. Now Pepelu. Thierry Correa. Now Lopez. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? The referee's awarded a free kick. Tarega. He shifted it to the flank. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Diego Lopez. And it's Javi Guerra. Danjuma. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Javi Guerra. Almeida. Lopez. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And it's Javi Guerra. Now Lopez. Good pressure, determined, intense. Lopez. That's very neat. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Rijkaard, a key player here, and not just for tactical reasons. This is his 400th appearance for the club.
Yeah, his achievements are incredible. He made a commitment to this team, and he has honoured it by giving his all, week in and week out. A proper stalwart.
Oh, what a mistake! Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Rijkaard. Now it's Van Basten. And this is Messi. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Azar. That's been cut out, well played. Stood up well to him there. Vardiol. And here's Lewandowski. Saliba, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Portugal appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. Taken back almost at once. Aubameyang, chance! In he goes again! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
And we have our very first corner. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. The pass has gone astray. Casemiro! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Milan have their second corner now. Casemiro! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? There's the shot! Musiala can get it clear. He's having a go! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Azar. And here's Lewandowski. And that's a throw-in. Milan finding their passes. And the pass is intercepted. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And he's away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Messi does really well there. He is strong. Takes a shot! Goal! Portugal! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Portugal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And he's only too happy to take that back. 30 minutes gone. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And this is Messi. He is through here. And Messi! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Messi can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Out to the left it goes. And he's managed to get free. Played into the terrific header.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vardiol. Hazard. Oh, sweet feet. Hangs in, up he goes! Same again, same outcome.
Milan really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Aubameyang. Plays a sharp little ball here. Aubameyang gets his head on it! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Rijkaard. Portugal have it back and can go again. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's had a hit! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post! Now it's Messi, looking to go deep. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Rijkaard. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Portugal are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Saliba. And that's put paid to a promising move. And here's Lewandowski. Rijkaard. Now the cross. Saliba tries to clear. Alexander-Arnold gets into some space. And it's Rijkaard. Looking for options for movement. Ball comes in. Big header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Nicely shaped ball. Chips it through. Donnarumma can get it clear. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Messi cuts it out. Back to the keeper it goes. Conte, a picture of focus and alertness. Nagatomo gets over and intercepts. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Rijkaard. And it's made its way to him. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Could move up a gear here. Now it's Musiala. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Messi. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Looking for the run. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, they can break here. Now it's Lewandowski. Hazard. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Messi wins the duel this time. Just about up to 75 minutes. And they can counter here. Oh, that's a key interception. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Lewandowski.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Hazard. And he was quick to react. Now, can they get him away? Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 42. Abandona o relvado e vai entrar com o número 22. Kaká.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Portugal are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Caught offside that time. And no, that was never going to make it. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Great defending, strong and determined. It's anyone's ball now. He's gone for goal!
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
2 minutos de compensação.
Love chance to shoot! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
That's that, the end. Portugal have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Manuel claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Do nosso sorteio. Por favor,
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And what's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true, just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game...
He's going for goal! Crossbar comes to the rescue. And that was very necessary. Now that looks a decent ball. Alarm. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Conte. Koundé. Saka.
Pretty robust defending.
No foul, says the referee. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Ronaldo. Van Dijk cuts it out. Szoboszlai. Saka. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach.
Terrific header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
And claimed it back swiftly. Koundé. No, that's been intercepted. Rijkaard. Szoboszlai tries to pass it through.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
He's found. He rises! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Van Basten actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
That's a decent clearance. He's gone for goal! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Koundé brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Played into space. Ronaldinho. Manchester United have it back and can go again. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Szoboszlai taking charge of the dead ball. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Distributed tidily. Out towards the flank. Now it's Saka. Can he finish? Oh, crossbar! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
And it's Rijkaard. Szoboszlai. Can he get on the end of this? Mignon claims comfortably. And that has been knocked clear. And here's Kaka. A temporary retreat here. Played out towards the right wing. Manchester United upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Now it's Hazard. Now it's Van Basten. Rijkaard. Portugal looking to pass their way through. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Raul. Now it's Ronaldinho. Raul. The ball's... Oh, smashing header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Stoichkov certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Hazard. That is ended up in no man's land. Aimed beyond the defence. Cross to the back post. Up he goes! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Saka! It's hit the crossbar. And it's hit the woodwork again! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Kaka! And that is expertly dealt with. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the action is back on the way.
Portugal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Great vision. Now it's Van Basten. Portugal do have a chance to counter here. Hazard. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cross into the box. Szoboszlai. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Stoichkov. Saka in acres of space out wide. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Tries to get it clear. He's having a go! Oh, nice! Just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Conte. Hazard. And it's Conte. Out to the left it goes. Nagatomo delivers. And he gets rid in a hurry. That's really well cleared. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. And that is as far as they're going to go. And here's Stoichkov. Threads one in. Saka gets into a good position. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nagatomo picks it up out wide. That's a decent clearance.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Conte. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
And he's cut it out. Rijkaard. That's a cute ball. Now, can they get him away? Now, can he... Real chance! It's in! And this is getting better and better. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Neatly clipped into space. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. It's a promising position. Szoboszlai looking for a runner. Koundé deals with that comfortably. So what can they make of this? That is a great pick out. Oh, what a climb! Oh, should have put that away.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if there were just one down, as opposed to two.
Azar. Sai e vai entrar para o seu lugar o número 42. Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Portugal making consecutive changes here.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Now it's Musiala. He's got away. Oh, he's had a shot! Oh, taken with style. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. Manchester United clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Saka is onto it in a flash. Saka.
Manchester United can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Conte.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
3 minutos de compensação.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Koundé. And it's Batistuta. Steaming on goalwards. Well, that pass surprised. And that will be the final act. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and was... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, a player I've been looking at for quite a while now, Peter, is this guy, Bastoni. He's always impressed me.
It's Van Basten! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Van Basten is offering a wry smile there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And it's hoisted clear. Rijkaard. And he's played it back. Wirtz. Kagawa.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Kagawa going face-to-face with his great rival. That's a shade optimistic. Saliba. Over to the other side. Nagatomo. Ball played for Rijkaard. And it's Musiala. Nagatomo. He is through here. Nagatomo. Header! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Oh, he's taken it. Wirtz. Oh, such a clever touch. Driving through the middle. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And this is Ronaldo. Kaká has got himself a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And it's Koundé. No, it's come to nothing. Azar. Nice looking ball. Neatly clipped into space. It's a promising position. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that has left him in a heap. Bernardo Silva has been caught there, it's a foul. Musiala. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Bernardo Silva. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Van Basten. Rijkaard. Threads one in.
That's going in strongly.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Rijkaard. Kaká looking to add to his goal. And this is Ronaldo. Oh, he's burst through. That's a nicely shaped ball. And the shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund back on level terms. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Borussia Dortmund grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And that has been clubbed away. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Musiala. And that is as far as they're going to go. No way through. Kaka. Timber. Great vision. Great chance! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
What's he giving here? And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Real pressure penalty, this. And he scores! Back in business! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
So all square, and not for the first time.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Conte. And it's Nagatomo. And it's half-time here. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, we've seen at times it can be harder to play against 10, and that seems to be holding true so far. Something I've experienced in the past, and with this sort of intensity and fearlessness, who knows, they might just get something they want.
What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. And we are back underway. Tries to pass it through. Hazard is in a really good position out wide. Koundé did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, that's a key interception. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Kagawa, spread it left. Ronaldo is onto it in a flash. Musiala will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Manuel. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nagatomo just loves to go forward whenever he can. Bernardo Silva stood his ground strongly.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. And it's been taken short. And he's gone backwards. Takes a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Musiala. And it's Nagatomo. And it's Conte. Portugal looking to pass their way through. Over to the left. Kaká. And claimed it back swiftly. Van Basten. Vitinha. Rijkaard. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Oh, terrible pass. Pinches it off him. Kaká. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Picked out and a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Corner number 2 then. Rivaldo plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Vitinha. Can he finish? Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Nagatomo. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
He's picked his way through. Saliba, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Look at the space here. Taken back almost at once. Now it's Mbappe.
Borussia Dortmund really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
That ball looks a good one. And it's Kaká. Oh, good claim by the keeper.
That's just very composed. He held his position really well, and he made him make the first move. He was always in control.
Kaká unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Messi. And smartly reclaimed. Mbappe! This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 42.
Time for a change in personnel.
Kaká. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 8. Park Ji-sung. Número 20. Hazard.
Eder Militao. Timber. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And here's Mbappe. Played out wide. And it's Koundé. And this is Messi. Shot at goal! Hits off target and by quite a way. Looking to play him in. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Vitinha, out to the left it goes. And it's Timber. Passes short and sharp. And this is Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Showing good feet.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Borussia Dortmund have it back and can go again. Passing nice and neat. Real chance! Yes, he's done it! And that may just do it! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
That's that, the end. Portugal can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I'm going to pick out Yuto Nagatomo. He may not be the...
Big header! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him. Setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
Certain, searing and imperious.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Ajax finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, easy pickings there. Can he get on the end of this? Vitinha. Caceres.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Bastoni. Baresi calmly anticipates. Bellingham. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Vitinha. He's got away. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Van Basten. Kaká.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bale. Caceres. Rijkaard. Robertson. There's the shot! Cleared without complication. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Bellingham. Bellingham driving forwards. Tries a shot! Ajax trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get...
And Batistuta! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. Bellingham. Oh, nicely intercepted. Musiala. Nagatomo. Musiala. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Tries to pass it through. Bale. Bale! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
And it's Vitinha. And this is Bale. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Chooses to go back. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Nicely weighted ball. Saliba gets it clear. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's there to make the challenge. Bale. Looking here to chip it. It's a mighty effort! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Nagatomo bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Bastoni, well, that has not gone well. Caceres, Bellingham. Now then, the ball's come loose. Cristiano Ronaldo. Kaká. Threads one in. Kaká. Chance to deliver. Nice interception, well timed.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
No, it's come to nothing. He's gone forward. Ronaldo chasing after it. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Saliba. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he's had a hit! Missed by a fraction. Saliba. And it's Kaká. Bastoni does well to get it back. And he's managed to get free. Closing in on goal. Kaká. And we hit half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Portugal have played well here and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Musiala, Joelinton, Musiala. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And here's Batistuta. Bellingham. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Can he get it through? Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nagatomo delivers.
Portugal clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
And this is Batistuta. Shoots! He has done it! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Goes for a shot! Goal! Portugal! And they've got their lead back. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Ajax choosing to make the first change.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing.
Chance! It's a goal! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Played it again. And that's been repelled. Musiala. And they've got rid. Ajax appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And he is going into that little black book.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 42. Sai e vai entrar para o seu lugar com o número 8. Pagisung.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Portugal are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Pass is just off target. And he cuts out the supply.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Portugal do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. 75 minutes played. Joelinton. It's Park Ji-sung. Baresi gets over and intercepts. Nice looking ball. That has been cut short. Portugal finding their passes.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Kukçu. Koundé. Saliba. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Rijkaard is the guilty party there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 4. Abandona o relvado e vai entrar com o número 5.
Kukçu. Saliba. Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide. Hangs in a cross. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Batistuta with 2 goals already to his name.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Ødegaard. And this is Van Basten. Deep into stoppage time. Now that looks a decent ball. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lofted in. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Nicely shaped ball. Robertson is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Well read, nice interception. And there goes the final whistle. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and out. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here. The great Samuel Eto'o, Jim. One of Africa's all-time greats.
Easily amongst the best ever, Peter. Powerful, prolific, pure class. There wasn't a defender in Europe who didn't fear this guy.
Back to the keeper it goes. Nicely weighted ball. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he finish? Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Conte. Kukçu. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And it's Conte. Kaká. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Musiala. Cleared away. Romario. Eder Militao. Looking for the run.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's got away. Lovely feet. Bullet! Oh, the ball's come loose here. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Cristiano Ronaldo. Portugal yet to have an attempt on goal. He's shifting through the gears here. Romario. And he shoots! And again! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Sneijder really reacted very quickly there, but couldn't quite find the finish he needed.
While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. A probing pass. This is Romario. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. It's Eto'o! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Eder Militao clears it away. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Sneijder. Almost half an hour in now. He's in a great position. Goes for a shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Manchester United have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
He's on it, can he get away? Chance, surely! He scores! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Rijkaard. And that has been cut short. Great vision. Oh, that's well spotted. Now it's Romario. Chance here to counter. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lovely, now then. Pull it. Manchester United do have a chance to counter here. No luck with that dink over the top. And that is as far as they're going to go.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
Nagatomo. Now Eder Militao. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. So it's back to business. Pinches it off him. Opts for safety. Now he's got space here. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, that's a key interception. Now, what about a counter-attack? And this is Hullet. Oh, well played, well sorted out. That is good alertness. Played into space. Now that's well seen too. Gives it back. Nicely aimed pass. Kukcu.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Lovely bit of skill. He's found a way through. Chance for a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Pull it.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
So, what can they make of this? Eder Militao.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Gabriel deals with that comfortably.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nagatomo. Bastoni. Eder Militao. And it's Conte. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Eto'o. Conte. Kukçu. And it's Van Basten. Kaká knocks it out wide. Crosses it in here. Oh, smashing header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 42.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Número 4. Vamos alugar uma substituição.
Wan-Bissaka is there, and he can get that clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Van Basten. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Good running, strong and purposeful. 75 minutes played. Oh, that's fabulous. Good ball, good take.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And this is Ronaldo. It's run loose here. Del Piero. Del Piero looking to penetrate opposition lines. He is through here. Shoots! Goal! Manchester United! And they've got their lead back. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 22.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Manchester United take the lead.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
Luis Suarez! Park Ji-sung. 5 minutes left on the clock. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Well spotted.
Conte. And he gets rid in a hurry. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now Saliba.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Kukçu. And that's that. Portugal perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected...